Hey there, it's Brandon Shope with NHCS TV. Joining me right now is Sarah Pierce from Bellamy Elementary School. She's actually the school social worker. Sarah, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so I know you guys are going to be working on a virtual food drive. It's pretty
Mhm.
exciting. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure. Nourish NC is a really great local organization that works with us throughout the year to help with our kids who experience food insecurity. But during this time of the pandemic, they've enrolled many, many more kids. I think last count was about 280 more kids. And as they're supporting them with, really healthy meals through this pandemic, Bellamy really wanted to give back. And so we thought a virtual food drive would be a way to do it.
Excellent. All right, so tell me a little bit more about what how people can donate, and how is this made possible? I mean, this is something that obviously we can't actually have a in-school food drive right now just because of everything that's going on. We're getting a lot of meals out there to the kids. I believe last time I checked with the child nutrition director, it was over
Right.
250,000 meals. But when it comes
Exactly.
to the food drive, we're doing that virtually. Tell me a little bit about where people can donate and how you're making that happen.
Sure. So if you go to Nourish NC's website, they have a tab that says donate, and they've been generous enough to add a link for the Bellamy's virtual food drive. You'll see it, it's a Bellamy Eagle, and it'll go directly to our efforts. And so what the kids and families can do who are wanting to participate is go to that direct link and make their donation there. Our Facebook page starting next week, we're going to kind of launch it. We're going to have an activity every day that the kids can do, such as like draw a picture of being a hunger hero and post it to the comments, and kind of really get engaged. Like you said, there's no in-person actions that they can do. So doing things like drawing those pictures or making a sidewalk chalk drawing kind of helps them feel more tangible with the donations. But it's a link that goes directly to their website.
Excellent. All right. So when you were deciding, when you were coming up with this, rather, tell me a
Mhm.
little bit about the what it took to kind of come up with this idea. I mean, there's a lot of children right now that need this assistance.
Yeah. So even during the regular school year, food insecurity is an issue in New Hanover County. We have about 1 in 5 kids who experience food insecurity. And now, what I'm finding as a school social worker, I'm finding families who were always those borderline families, many of them who work 1 or 2 jobs at a time just to make all of those paychecks happen. And they're finding themselves for the first time ever needing community assistance and saying, I'm not able to make it at this time. And so um, Nourish NC being one of those local organizations that's always been so reliable that they're mostly volunteer based. They have a small set of people that actually are employed there. That money goes directly into those kids' bellies, and we know that, and we've seen it, and it's time proven. And so when I was looking for an organization, I just knew right away that that would be the one for us. And I had many parents and kids asking, what can we do to help? And I thought that this would be a good way to, serve our kids directly.
Excellent, Sarah. Well, I think it's a fantastic thing. We appreciate all the work you're doing for the district and the entire community. Is there anything else you'd like
Yeah.
to add, maybe that you'd like folks to know, maybe something that I just forgot to ask?
Um, I think that it's just really important that many of these kids who are at home, um, whether they are, super low income kids or if they are, more affluent, it's a community here in Wilmington, and that we at Bellamy, we call each other a Bellamy family, and we take care of our family. And I think it's really great that all these efforts that we've seen where people are really pulling together and taking care of each other as that family.
Yes, ma'am. Excellent. Well, thanks again for joining us, Sarah. We appreciate it, and stay safe out there, okay?
Thank you. You too.